sandwich spots in the city, you see a nice heavenly blend of turkey and pastrami with some of their board sauce, and I get to eat it as soon as we're done talking about the 49ers here. Secondary. I promised you these videos yesterday when I was just getting out of the water at Aquatic Park. We don't have to be all stilted. We don't have to sit in the studio with the ring light every single time. We could do some more fun stuff out in the city since it's the off season. And today I want to talk about Jason Verrett, Waun Williams, Dante Johnson, how the 49ers are going to rebuild the defensive backfield this offseason, because all the guys I just listed are pending free agents. So it might be tricky on a lot of fronts for the 49ers this offseason because they might be at a crossroads. Is it reload time? Is it time to go to younger guys? Ambry Thomas obviously took over a starting job at the end of this past season. So that might give the 49ers some ideas, but I think there were still holes in the NFC Championship game that the Rams exposed. You had Ambry Thomas on one side, you had Mosley on the other side. Mosley's still under contract for a year, and we know that he's solid, even though the Rams picked on him a little bit. Ambry Thomas, is he ready for a full-time role? Well, I think he's definitely trending in that direction. He had the ceiling interception in Week 18, and that was huge for the 49ers. But they entered this 2021 season thinking that they were going to need a big-time defensive back, a big-time cornerback to go all the way. And I think that thinking might have been validated by the end of the day, right? When Jason Verrett got hurt in Week 1, that left a hole that haunted the 49ers throughout the entire course of the 2021 season. And Jason Verrett is a Pro Bowl level player if he's healthy. So I think that, if you can get Jason Verrett back for a reasonable price, and by that I mean something like he played for in 2020, that was close to the league minimum. It was a flyer. He played great football for the 49ers and earned a $5.5 million deal in 2020 and 21. Well, then he got hurt in the first game, obviously. If you could get Verrett back for a bargain price like that, he can raise the ceiling of that cornerback room to something that's seriously good for the 49ers, where you don't have to worry about Ambry Thomas getting picked on by the Rams, because this is the same division that's going to give everybody trouble if you don't have a competent defensive backfield. So I think the 49ers absolutely need to consider bringing a veteran in, and Verrett's a guy that's kind of a no-lose situation, right? If you can get him at the money that would be appropriate given his injury history. You can go elsewhere in the free agent market, but at that point you're thinking about signing veterans again. And the 49ers have veterans that are pending free agents here. You go to K1 in the slot, who just had his worst year by pass coverage grade if you looked at PFF. So do you go to Diamador Lenore next year? Is it time to go to the rookie at that slot cornerback position? Or do you go another one-year deal with Waun Williams because you don't really want to hand the torch yet? This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that the 49ers might be at a transition kind of crossroads for their secondary in the offseason. Guy like Waun not playing his best football anymore, wrong side of 30, but the rookie behind him might not quite be ready. Guy like Jason Verrett, obviously you can't depend on for health reasons. The guy behind him, Ambry Thomas, might not be quite ready to lead this team to the promised land at one of the cornerback positions. So you're in this transition. You either take the leap or you don't, or you try to play it halfway like the 49ers did last year. It wouldn't shock me if the only guy that they brought back out of this whole secondary at the cornerback position was Dante Johnson. Because Dante Johnson was so dependably durable for the 49ers last year. He played nickel. He played corner. He was all over the place for the 49ers, and he came through when it mattered most against the Green Bay Packers, starting that game in the divisional round. Now, finally, Jaquiski Tartt's a big question. I know I had Jaquiski in the title, and he's the player that fans might be most mad at, most upset with right now, because he dropped that interception that would have gone a long way toward putting the 49ers into Sunday's Super Bowl. But Jaquiski Tartt's one of the best communicators in the 49ers secondary. The guy was a big reason why this team turned it around defensively and got all the way to the NFC Championship game. And Jaquiski, he too is going to be a free agent if the 49ers don't re-sign him before March. And I think that Jaquiski Tartt absolutely is a player that the 49ers need to think about bringing back. He actually played his way into more money this year. He played near the minimum last season. They got all these guys at good deals. Waun was just over $2 million. Jaquiski Tartt was a veteran salary exception. Well, he might be worth more than $2 million this year. And I think that's something the 49ers absolutely need to consider doing, because D'Amico Ryan's going to want to run some 3 safety sets. Talanoa Hufanga, limited athletically, but obviously such an instinctual player. Jaquiski Tartt and Jimmy Ward under contract for 1 more year. If you want to make a run at this, if you're the 49ers, I think Tartt's a guy that you try to bring back just for continuity's sake on the back end. Communication-wise, that can help some new faces at cornerback if the 49ers go the rookie route. And, of course, the pass rush is going to have to be there for all of the above. Anyway, South Park, San Francisco. I'll stand up so you can see it. We're in South of Market. And, of course, I know that you guys want to see this. That's Deli Board. 7th and Folsom. Pastrami, turkey, all that. It just means that I have to go eat. All right, hope you enjoyed the talk about the 49ers secondary. It's lunchtime.